I'll say it before and I'll say it again. W movie, by the way. That dunk sucked. Just saying.
All right, whatever. Welcome. Has Curry ever dunked like ever in his life? I don't think I've ever seen him
Hey,
dunk.
he had that really good dunk in the All-Star game.
Wait, is that the one where he slipped on he cracked his head? Is that one?
And then he airballed it, but
Yeah, okay. What do you guys look back to Sports Phil? Welcome back to a brand new live. I'm glad to see you guys like my Aaron Rodgers video. Joking, people were not happy with my comments. A lot of novels, and I appreciate you guys. Should have, said that to think.
Cruddy has gotten a lot of nice comments from his videos on Sportville.
Yeah, I just got really positive comments on my Aaron Rodgers video, but I do appreciate you guys liked it. Did get some good views. Appreciate it. But yeah, welcome back to Sportsville. What's up, Karate Zone and World? Yankees are the best. They're my favorite. They are the best. I will say that. I think they're 7-2. I mean, I think only the better teams is maybe the Dodgers and the Pittsburgh Patriots.
Pirates.
You Pirates. Sorry. But yeah.
Disrespect him, Penn. Wow.
Whoops. But then, guys, let's get right into some more NFL free agency. And then we're going to talk about the top 3 teams that improved in the free agency and top 3 teams that got worse in free agency. And then, yeah, I would say we talk about NBA, but I think we're going to skip out this week. But anyway, guys, Raheem Mostert agrees to terms with the Dolphins. Makes sense here. He had 17 touchdowns?
I'm pretty sure he was second in touchdowns this year, so definitely deserves a contract.
But yeah, really good. And then, I'd love to see this. The Eagles trade Haason Reddick for a 3rd round pick.
Didn't we go over this last Sportville?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. Okay, what the frick, Jets? I mean, Eagles. What the frick?
Well, this is what happens. This happens when you overpay your offensive lineman by $50 million, and you pay a washed linebacker $30 million, and you pay a mid running back at best $50 million. This is what happens. Okay, all right. We all know they've been overpaying all season long, and this is what happens. And now, and people say, "Oh, the Eagles look so scary, bro." They lost Jason Kelce. They lost Fletcher Cox, and now they lose Hayes, and they were the 3rd ranked worst defense in the NFL last season. And now
they got a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, and they got Bryce Huff, who he's good, but Haason Reddick is better, and you lost him.
So the Jets essentially traded a 3rd round pick and Bryce Huff for Haason Reddick.
Yeah, pretty much. And they also lost Fletcher Cox. So now, what makes you think the defense has got any better? So this defense is not good at all.
I know the only Eagle you really did like was Fletcher Cox, just because of his last.
No, hated that guy. But anyway, I was so happy when he retired. About time that bum retired. But anyway, yes, this defense is not. I mean, who was in their secondary? What was the biggest reason that they failed in the end of the season when they went 1-6 in the last games? They could not tackle. They missed tackle. Remember the Buccaneers? The tackle guy, he breaks free like he's freaking Jim Brown and just runs down the field. And who did they got in secondary? They got J.C. Jackson from the Lions when he was literally on there last year. So, wow, congratulations. I mean, let's get the Lombardi Trophy over. And their offensive linemen got worse, too. They lost Jason Kelce. And, yes, they overpaid the hell out of that one guy. I don't remember his name. So, this team is not as good as people say it is. I mean, obviously, I won't lie. Getting Saquon Barkley was a great signing. I mean, at least for the now. I don't know how that's going to affect the future, but that was a great signing. But besides that, this...
Whoa. Did you just compliment the Eagles and Saquon Barkley?
Just hold on. This team was awful at the end of the season, and they did not do enough to improve to be any better, in my opinion. I mean, they got a better running back. But what makes that think that's gonna make you do any better than what you did in the last couple of games? I mean, I think the team I don't think it got worse, but I think it's at the exact same level. From what they lost and gained, it's at the exact same level, and that's not a good place to be. Especially from
how many teams got better too.
I do believe they got a new defensive coordinator. We can see how that works, but we'll see what they do. Terrible. But the Jets look good. I mean, you have on defense, you have Haason Reddick, you have the top 3 defense tackle. And I do change my mind. I do think that Quinn Williams is the best defense tackle in New York, better than Sexy Dexley. I was looking at the stats.
Wow, there we go.
I was looking at the stats. It actually was really nice, so congratulations to him. But Sexy Dexley is still top 3. But, yeah, he is really good. You got Sauce Gardner. You got Hasten Reddick. Offensive lineman, you helped out. You got Tyron Smith. I think, and then also you have the 10th pick. It's probably gonna be Brock Bowers or Roman Dunte. So this team is looking really good. If Aaron Rodgers can play how he used to play, it'll be a pretty good team. So we'll see.
I am so excited to see Garrett Wilson play. I was excited to see him play this year, but he has never actually had a good quarterback.
Yeah, that one amazing catch. Remember that
now
the
Garrett
Bills
Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
Let's hope. But yeah, that was good for them.
Let's hope.
Hasten Reddick.
Hassan. It's Hassan. I don't know where the frick you're getting Hasten.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, R.I.P. to Vontae Davis, by the way.
Yep. Rest in peace to him.
This was sad.
All right, Pat Mahomes.
Watch out.
Sorry, bud.
Watch out.
Sorry. So Super Bowl champion Carson Wentz. I want to say something real quick. So he does not. I know much as I hate Carson Wentz, he does not get enough credit for that 2017 season. He was playing by far the MVP that season. If you look at his stats and before he got injured, he is still like top 3 or like top 5 in passing yards, missing the last 5 games. So yes, people don't remember him because obviously Nick Foles came in and played amazing and won the Super Bowl, and they remember him more. But like, dude, I think they would have won the Super Bowl with much more ease that year with Carson Wentz, and I think he should be looked at as a great Super Bowl champion, especially since he's playing the MVP. So I don't say he was great that year. But yeah, obviously injuries got to him.
Turn it into Eagles fan. Wow.
This is like his 5th or 6th team. I know he was in the Colts. Was he on the Commanders? Rams.
He got the starting job with the Colts for a while.
He actually didn't play that bad, honestly, but
yeah. And then the Colts had Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz back to back.
And they also got Nick Foles there too.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Colts ever since Andrew Luck retired, it's not been good for them. But yeah. So I mean, obviously this is just a backup.
I just thought of this. Andrew Luck's younger than all those veterans they signed after him.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you make him play through injuries. But all right, let's see what we got here. I wouldn't mind this. I mean, depends what we're trading up for. I mean, Patriots, who do they get? They get no quarterback? Hey, guys, what's his name? What's his name? The albino quarterback.
Huh? What do you...
In the draft, the albino quarterback. What's his name?
The albino quarterback? What the frick?
Yes, in this draft. What's his name?
Drake May?
No, not. See, look albino to you? No.
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler, Patriots legend.
Hey, no, don't disrespect Spencer Rattler. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, right. Okay. Let's get to the big guy stuff, the big boy stuff. 1 million. This has 1 million likes. Holy moly! Stephon Diggs traded to the Texans for a 2nd-round pick next year. Zone, go ahead.
Okay. A freaking 2nd-round pick. I'm sorry. I'm loving seeing the Bills' downfall. I love this, but the Texans are a scary freaking team. They got on offense, and this is offense alone. They got C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins. And then defensively, they got Will Anderson Jr. They got Darnell Hunter. They got Devin Stingley. Bro, they're gonna. I don't know. They're gonna be crazy.
Okay. First off, I understand why the Bills would move on from him. Obviously, he's getting older, cap space issues, and every single year he's the biggest drama queen as far as missing practice, yelling at Stephon Diggs, when really most of the problems was because of him. Most of the problems in the playoffs was because of him, and he just stands there like looking like he's in the edit every single time.
Guess what?
But whatever.
Wait, hold on, time out. Guess what? Speaking of Texas, I'm pretty sure Stephon Diggs likes tacos, by the way. Speaking of that, what's up?
Yo, Tristan.
What's up?
But I did see. Wait. Tristan.
What?
I think I found your new favorite NBA team. It's the Lakers, and I'll tell you afterwards. LeBron. Okay. LeBron, you'll love LeBron.
I think I know why.
Tuesdays.
Oh God, I already know.
Okay. This is the first time in the history of the world where we can say the best team in Texas, the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
First time. And I am happy to say that. But let me
They've
go back
been
to
the
what I was
better
saying.
team of the
Before
2000s.
I compliment the Texans, I want to talk about the Bills. I understand why they did this, but it makes no sense for a second round pick. I know there would be many teams that would offer a first round. I mean, maybe not. Maybe the value is a little lower, but I think that you could have got at least 2 second round pick. But what maybe he wanted to go to Texas, and they were being nice to him, and they wanted to take less for him for his sake. I don't know, but this could be the year for Josh Allen to prove what Mahomes did in 2022, that you don't need a star receiver, although he technically had a star receiver in Travis Kelce because he's basically a receiver, not really a tight end. But still, I think that long term to be good for the Bills. He has been.
Whoa, 2022. They got Kadarius Toney. I don't know what the freak you're talking about.
That's right. But really, I think long term is good for the Bills. As far as for Josh Allen, I think this is good for him. I think this is good for the team, and it might be a couple years for it to develop. But I think this will be good long term, and it's especially how big his contract was too. But for a second round pick is absolutely diabolical. But let me go to Texans. Houston Texans are winning the Super Bowl in 2024. Count my words. And they are by far the best team in the AFC, in my humble opinion. And I think it'll be the Green Bay Packers versus Texans. That's the most weirdest Super Bowl matchup I've ever heard in my life, but whatever. Packers, Texans, Super Bowl, and it's going to be awesome. And
imagine saying that at the start of the season last year.
Yeah, I don't
People
know.
will laugh at you like you insane.
Remember when he was saying the Bills are going to win? He's like, "Oh, it's their year. They're going to win the."
Yeah,
I think a lot of people thought that.
I can't believe in the Bills anymore.
Hey, the Bills had 4 chances in a row.
Bills, yeah, I think the reason the Bills fell
Shout out
off.
Jim
The Bills
Kelly.
lost so much players, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. And this just proves when you have a team that's so talented, you can't carry that team forever, and you have to shoot when your shot's there. And they just have not been. And most of the time, it's not in their fault. I mean, that AFC Championship game in 2020, they did everything they could. It's just the coin flipped on the wrong side, which made a whole new rule in the NFL. It was so unfair to them. But whatever. And I think the Bills would have easily beaten the Buccaneers that season, in that Super Bowl. I don't know what happened that Super Bowl, but anyway, yeah, Houston Texans. I mean, like Zone said, the offense is. Not only do you have, I think, the MVP of 2024, C.J. Stroud, you have the best wide receiver in core in the NFL by far. You have 3 wide receiver ones on your team.
Yeah.
Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs. You have Joe Mixon, who went over 1,400 rushing yards, I believe, or yards over scrimmage if you're carrying receiving yards. Who is a top 10 running back still. And you also still have a decent offensive line. It improved quite a bit. And you also have a decent, solid tight end in Dalton Schultz. In the defense, you have the defense rookie of the year, Will Anderson. You have Darnell Hunter, which is I think you forgot to mention. Darnell Hunter, who is a top 10 edge rusher. And then you also have Derek Stingley, LSU legend, and also I think top 15 corner in the NFL. The team is so loaded, and DeMeco Ryans needs a statue because when he came in there in only 2 years, he got that team from being one of the worst in the NFL to a Super Bowl contender in the matter of 2 years. And I think he is outstanding, and I think he definitely should win Coach of the Year next year if the team is as good as it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Ryans,
they better get past the Chiefs and Ravens.
Amazing coach.
They'll definitely get past the Ravens, but
Chiefs. All I'm saying,
I don't know.
I understand the Bengals are considered top 3 AFC teams. I'm saying, Joe Burrow, just wait.
What?
Just wait.
I'm so confused, but whatever.
All right. Anyway, guys, what do you think about Stephon Diggs going into the Houston Texans? By the way, he's wearing number 1. So, all right. But if I see him yelling at C.J. Stroud, I'm gonna be ticked off.
Josh Allen's just gonna sit in the background and see what happens.
Yeah, well, she's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL, and I don't want to see him deal with that shenanigery. I messed up that word. That buffoonery. I don't want to see that because I thought the way he treated Josh Allen was ridiculous and childish, and although he was really talented, he was declining a lot at the end of the season. I mean, if you look at the stats at the last 10 games, he was awful. I
Just
mean, like
appears in the
their
playoffs.
wide receiver 3 had
But-
way better stats
But
in the last couple
he's
games.
a part of cool edits. You know when he goes.
And
like
what was
this.
the last play that he played for the? It was him dropping a 60-yard dime right through his hands, and
That was an amazing throw too.
It's
No,
just
that's one of the best throws I've ever seen that didn't end up.
He just shanked that thing.
The one under that, Tristan. I think you're familiar with it. Tony Homo.
So
What's his name again? What's his name? Who dropped the pass? Who dropped the pass?
oh god, no! Don't be like. Don't.
he did drop it. The
No, he
ball
did
hit the
not.
ground,
He did drop it. I'm gonna be honest, but
and it wouldn't matter because Aaron Rodgers would run down the field and got
Well-
and got the
Well,
game
that
winning
drop
touchdown.
ruined our momentum. So
Ruin your momentum. Wow.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Momentum doesn't
someone-
exist.
Mods, can you please ban that guy? Ban the mashed potatoes and gravy guy, please. All right. Anyway,
definitely don't ban.
by the way, yeah, the Eagles are top 5 worst defense in the NFL. By the way, they're our top maybe 3 worst defense in the NFL. They suck. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. But this is huge. Obviously, I woke up and I saw this. I thought it was that not totally not
That
real
was
anything.
fake.
And then I saw the official NFL page. I'm like, what the frick? All right. Let's see what else we got. Anything else? Yeah, here is obviously the offense. I think probably the best offense in the NFL. On paper, you never know how that could move in with chemistry and everything, but we'll see what
Sure.
happens. Eagles overpaid his motherfuckers 3 years, $66 million.
Dude, stop overpaying.
I can't wait,
He's
Trell.
good,
I can't
he's
wait till
good.
3 years when all these contracts bite them in the back and they're going to be in cap space hell, and I'll be laughing every way through. They're already in cap space hell, and especially,
I still
when
think they'll be
Saquon
one of the better
Barkley,
teams.
especially when Saquon Barkley, and I hope this doesn't happen, but when it most likely happens, Saquon Barkley goes on IR for like 13 weeks,
Oh my
and they
god,
have
you're
to,
such
they
a
have to
hater.
guarantee pay him $25 million. What are they going to do then? See, Eagles team is not as good as people say it is. I mean, they have big flashy names, but when you have raw talent, especially with that man-child coach, there is nothing to be proud about this team. And I'll be damned if they even win one playoff game this season. But anyway,
Come on. They're gonna be one of the better teams in the NFC. Relax.
yeah, shiver me timbers. No one's scared of them. They had the third worst defense in the NFL last season, and they got way worse. They lost Hazen Reddick, they lost Fletcher Cox, they lost JJ Kelsey. And I'm not scared of this team. And they have a terrible
Okay,
coach.
they're gonna sweep you this year. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. We beat them 27 to 7.
Come on, they got a
27
better
to 10.
offense.
Sorry, 27 to 10. Sorry, with Tyrod Taylor.
AJ Brown wasn't playing.
Yeah, and who did we have? Listen, Jalen Hurts played like the first 2 quarters, and he threw a pick 6, and I don't want to hear it. And Tyrod Taylor puts up almost 30 points on that defense. The fully healthy defense. Was Hurts healthy in the Bucs game when they lost 31-9? What about the Cardinals game when AJ Brown was there? What about the what else is there? Oh yeah, the Seahawks game.
Fair enough.
They were 1-6 in the last game. Their only win was the Giants, and we almost beat them. And Jalen Hurts for a pick 6,
They should have lost that game too.
and they should have lost it. I mean, I am not scared of this team at all. But yeah, so they overpay this guy. I never heard this guy in my life, but apparently he's good. I don't know. All right. What else do we got here? Okay, well, here's this draft. This is the best draft of all time, in my opinion. You got Cam Newton,
Let's go. I love this.
Von Miller, AJ Green, Patrick Peterson, Julio Jones, Tyron Smith, JJ Watt, Cam Jordan,
Oh, this.
Mike Ingram, Cameron Hayward. Crazy draft here. Okay, who? Come on now. So, don't you agree with this comment?
Bro,
Can't
people
not
just,
watch
like,
NFL back
people
in the
just
day.
forget what fucking AJ Green was. What the frick?
Yeah, JJ Watt. I think Julio Jones is probably the best in this draft. Him or JJ Watt.
Bro,
I think
Von
Devontae Adams
Miller,
is in here
though.
too.
Von Miller. I mean, career-wise, I know.
Prime Cam Newton was amazing. He just didn't have the longevity.
Prime JJ Watt was better than anyone, and better than Prime Von Miller.
Cam Newton didn't have the longevity like these players.
All right, Panthers signed Derek Brown. He's pretty decent. The only person good on their defense. So,
Yeah.
$96 million
I
for
like-
63
this
guaranteed.
team.
They did not fix their defense. They got rid of one of their players.
In my opinion, they slightly overpaid for him, but they need him. He's like their only guy.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. So you're telling me you have hold on, Peyton Manning, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Cam Newton, Julius Peppers, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan. Then you put in freaking Fletcher Cox. Like, I'm sorry. What the hell is this,
Okay, Fletcher Cox is good. He was
dude? He is not even in the exact same realm as these players here. Holy crap! I mean, these are our first ballot Hall of Fame. Fletcher Cox is, XFL at best. Whatever.
19.
Let's look at this mock draft, everybody.
I know.
Daniel Jamero's top 50. Oh, this is just top 50. Okay. Okay, Michael Penix should be ahead of Bo Nix. But besides, I agree with it. Okay, let's look at the receivers. Okay, what the hell is this? Roma Dunze over Malik Neighbors. We'll stop saying this shenanigans, please.
Stupid.
I'm sorry. What's even worse is Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison.
Okay. Fishu, they have Troy and Fuga, or whatever his name is, over the Penn State offensive lineman.
Palu.
Ridiculous there.
Fucking morons.
Okay, Dallas Turner. All right, I agree with that.
Byron Murphy.
Okay, so we're first off, why is Racksaw Jr. over Nate Wiggins and Kool-Aid McMinister? Someone explain that to me right now.
Yeah,
McMinster.
Nate Wiggins is the second.
Kool-Aid McMinister is not even in the top 5, I guess, because he's injured. Even though Joe Burrow was injured, that didn't matter. All right, well, there's that. So I think it's time to get into our top 3 teams who did better in the offseason or got better. Everything got worse. Let's start with who got better.
Who did not improve.
Let's go worst first. So I'm gonna go for my number 3 real quick.
Okay.
Third worst, the Chargers. You lose your middle linebacker. You lose Austin Eckler. You lose Keenan Allen. You lose Johnson. You just disproved as a team, and
Appreciate it.
just not good. You didn't. I can't think of anyone you got yet. I mean, you got Gus Edwards. Oh my gosh, future Hall of Famer. But yeah, that's just not that good of the offseason. But yeah. Zone, what's your number 3 or number worst?
I also have the Chargers as my third. They lost their entire receiving core. Oh well, they have that bust of a wide receiver they drafted, Quentin Johnson.
Yeah,
Bust.
at TCU. I
Um,
thought he's gonna be good.
they lost. Wait, did they re-sign Everett? I forget.
Who?
Gerald Everett, the tight end.
No, he wants.
No, he went to the Bears. I forgot him.
Right. Yeah, horrible offseason. They restructured their entire defense to keep them, but didn't keep their receivers.
Yeah, just why not just balance out the offense and defense? Let some of your defense players go.
Yeah.
Your defense wasn't even that good. They're like the 5th worst defense.
Sorry. I'd rather keep Keenan Allen than restructure Joey Bosa. Joey
Bosa's washed, and he rejected to restructure his contract. I would have cut him right there. Anyway, Tristan, what's number 3 for you for worst offseason?
Even though this team still has playmakers on their team, I'm gonna say my team, the Cowboys. They didn't do anything in free agency, and they got rid of a lot of their defensive players. So,
All right, what about you, World? Big W.
Number 3, I'm gonna go with the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah, they were quiet too.
Okay, well they didn't really
At
get
one
worse.
point, you were number 1 in cap space. You could have gotten Calvin Ridley. You could have gotten Christian Wilkins. You could have gotten Tyron Smith. But instead, you go out and sign Antonio Gibson. You bring all your guys back, which I expect, and then you do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So 100% deserve to be on this list.
Okay, but not doing nothing is not necessarily getting worse, though.
$103 million in cap space.
Yeah, I
I mean, that's
understand that,
pretty
but
much
this
my
is a
team.
free
You
team.
saw a
The
playmaker.
line talent. Elliot Wolf, the GM, said we are going to weaponize the offense.
I
Would you
agree.
weaponize it?
No,
I don't see no weapons.
World. I agree that you guys should have done a lot more of your cap space, but this is a top 3 list. You disapproved of the team. Your team stayed probably even better, honestly. You guys didn't do anything. You got a couple players that are a little better. So you guys got.
Let's not pretend Gibson's an upgrade over Zeke. Let's not pretend.
I'm sorry. Don't forget Ramondre Stevenson. He is your number 1 back. I'm just saying.
Yes, I like Ramondre, and I hope he gets better. But
Okay.
still, you did not attack your needs. You needed a wide receiver. You didn't get one. You need an offensive lineman. You didn't get one.
Okay, but that should have or could have. But the bottom line, did you guys disapprove as a team though?
I mean, they don't look much better. They still look like a 4-13 team.
Yeah, you still suck, but like you didn't disapprove as a team. I mean, the Chargers disapproved.
I agree with that, 100%.
Whatever. All right, let's go to number 2. Number 2 for me is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just give it. You lost 3 starters on defense, and you also had your middle linebacker retire because he got hit pretty bad on the neck. Luker Van Ness, who was your linebacker, got and then you lose your other linebacker.
That was sad to see, by the way. You have your opinions on
that guy beats his wife. All right. Anyway, you lost your other linebacker. You lose your defensive end. You lose your starting center. You lose Tyron Smith, and then to make it the cherry on top, you had so much stuff to do, so much players. Derrick Henry said he wanted to be a Cowboy. You didn't even give him a call, and you also lose Tony Pollard. And you also lose Michael Gallup. So you just lost so much, and you got nothing in return. You got one linebacker who actually is a decent linebacker, but like you just disproved so much. And I'm putting them at number 2. Just embarrassing, especially if they didn't sign nobody. That just makes it worse.
I swear I'm not trying to copy karate because I'm pretty sure we also have the same number 1 on this list.
Oh yeah.
But I think we all have number 1 on this list. But number 2, I also have the Cowboys. They lost Tyron Smith, especially to the Jets. Which great signing, by the way, great value for the Jets. They lost Van Der Esch. They lost Tony Pollard. They have a 3'3" running back. Gonna be
like a freaking 4'5" running back.
And then
actually,
and then what makes it even worse is next year you have to pay Zach Martin, you have to pay Dak Prescott, you have to pay CD.
Well, yeah, it's actually predicted that Dak might not be there. Like he's most likely not going to be there.
I think CD Lamb is the highest bid to stay. I'd put, to be honest.
Yeah, CD Lamb will be there, but Dak might not be there. Sorry, I'm trying to look at something real quick. I'm trying to make sure I got my teams right.
World, who do you have on your
number 2 World?
I am also going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. You lost Tony Pollard, so you have no running back. You're either going to have to bring Zeke back, or you're going to have to draft a running back in the draft. And running backs don't look very good in this draft. You have no starting left tackle because you let Tyron Smith go. See what else. You pretty much have no money. Dak wants $60 million a year, which is a joke with the way he performs in the playoffs. Which I'll admit, I think he had a good regular season, but that doesn't mean anything because he was terrible in the playoffs. The defense is not that good. You'll get Diggs back. Don't know how Darren Bland's going to perform. I would just let Gilmore go because he's old and he's kind of washed.
Yeah, I think they are letting him go.
So you're gonna have to fix your problems through the draft. You're gonna have to take an offensive lineman. You're gonna have to take a running back. You're gonna have to take linebackers. Like it's not looking good for Dallas.
Yep. All right, let's get to our top or our worst team. I think everyone knows what's gonna be the Buffalo Bills. I mean, let's just get through it. I mean, Jordan Poyer, Jordan Poyer. Let's start our D. So Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis. Am I missing someone? Micah Hyde. You did re-sign your offensive lineman, who's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure they got Deion Dawkins.
You do get Curtis Samuel's, a decent receiver. But besides that, it was just off. You lost like everyone, like not just like average players, like your starters. And from how good of the team was before and to how bad it is, I mean, who is Allen really throwing to now? And the defense is just not that good now. You think about who's on that defense. That's good. Name one. I can't think of one.
Deion Dawkins is decent.
Sure, but come on now. So the team just does not look good. Besides, I mean, the only good players. I mean, the top 3 players on this team now is really just Josh Allen, maybe James Cook. That's it. So the team just really disapproved, and I think that's enough said for everybody. Unless you guys have something to add, because I think we all have Bills. But World, you don't have the Chargers in your top 3 worst.
The number 4.
There's no way you think the Patriots had a worse offseason than the Chargers.
Absolutely.
You guys didn't lose anybody. They lost.
Did you guys finish your list up top?
Yeah, we have. I had Cowboys 2, Bills 1.
So I'm just gonna say mine fast. So Bills and Chargers. Those are Cowboys, Bills, and Chargers.
I think we all have Bills. I have this.
These are top 3 best. I'm gonna start with me, everyone. So
Bills
my
got terrible.
number three
Don't,
might come
wait,
to a
hold
shock.
on. Don't say it. Don't say it. Please. Okay.
The Pittsburgh Steelers come at number 3 for me. Let me explain, everybody. Let me explain.
No.
So, what was the Steelers' biggest problem? Quarterback. And what did you do? You got a quarterback who is still playing at, in my opinion, a borderline elite level in Russell Wilson, and you're only paying him $1 million a year. $1 million a year because
For
the
1
Broncos
year.
are paying like half his contract. So you get him in there, and then you also get a young star quarterback who for a 4th round or a 5th round pick, and he has so much potential you can develop under there. So your quarterback room is looking amazing now, especially with the weapons on your offense that you have. You do lose your receiver, but you also do get a star. You also do get a nice solid corner to go in there, and you also get a star linebacker in Patrick Queen that's going to make your defense one of the best in the league. So I think from what this team's been missing is a quarterback. The fact they got into a playoffs with 3 different starting quarterbacks is beyond me. And now that they have 2 quarterbacks that the potential is beyond, and you also get one of the best linebackers in the league in Patrick Queen, the team just looks ready to go, and I am super excited for them. I have a number 3, especially from how cheap they got these stuff. That's the most important thing, how cheap it was. And you also kept your guys besides your receiver, which I think is kind of overrated anyway. I think George Pickens a lot better, but yeah, I think I'm putting it at number 3 and just amazing. So,
All right. My number 3 is, and some of you guys may have this higher, some of you guys may have this lower. I have the Atlanta Falcons. What did they need in specific? They had an amazing round-built team. All they needed was one quarterback, and that quarterback was Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a quarterback that hasn't had much playoff success, but also hasn't had this good of a team around him. And then what do? They get him some more weapons. They signed Darnell Mooney, a little more than I would have paid him, but still a good deal. And then you trade Desmond Ridder for Rondell Moore. I don't know what the frick the Cardinals were thinking there. They improve there, and then I heard they're in talks with some defensive tackle. I forget who it is, and then they're gonna get Dallas Turner in the draft. I think the Falcons are gonna be a really good team. I loved what they did in free agency.
2 things though about that real quick. Kirk Cousins never had success. He had Justin Jefferson, and he was playing the Giants at his home. I don't know what that's about. Second off, they overpaid the hell out of Kirk Cousins. A 4-year deal off of 36 quarterback coming off an ACL tear, and that's the one player they really got. I don't know, but I do think it was good because that's what they have been missing. There's so much talent, but I think the guarantee money, especially what was it? What was the receiver? Darnell Mooney. Bloody hell, but whatever.
I love what they did, at least for this season. I would have preferred they did what the Steelers did and traded for Justin Fields, because I think Justin Fields fits with that Falcons offense really nicely.
Yeah.
How
about there? All right, Tristan, who's you for the number 3 best?
I actually agree with you. I think Steelers are actually one of the better teams now because first they got Russell Wilson, which is he not? Obviously, he's not as good as his prime days, but he's still really good. You wouldn't mind having him. And just in case he doesn't work out, they got Justin Fields for a backup. And then they got that dude from the Ravens,
Patrick
Queen. Yeah, Patrick Queen. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, World, who's your number 3?
My number 3 is the Chicago Bears. Look what they did. They got Keenan Allen. They have DJ Moore. They signed DeAndre Swift. They traded Justin Fields for decent value. They went out and signed Gerald Everett, which is a solid tight end. And if Caleb Williams ends up being good, Packers, you better watch your ass because they're going to be scary for years to come.
Packers are not scared of the Bears. They absolutely own them.
I feel like Jordan Love's going to find a way to just keep owning them again. I don't know.
Yeah. Bears can have freaking Patrick Mahomes, Justin Jefferson. They would still lose to the Packers.
Okay.
But anyway.
I think
all right, number 2 for me is also the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears, insane what they did. What they got for Keenan Allen is insane, like a 4th round pick. And then you also get DeAndre Swift, who is a little overpaid, but still, the running back is young. He has so much potential, and he's amazing maybe it was because of the offensive line there, but still amazing running back. Because they did have Swift, who was decent. Not Swift. Who was it? So they had somebody.
They have
Sanders.
Khalil Herbert.
Herbert, yeah. And it's just he was
The best
mid at
Herbert in
best.
the NFL, by the way.
Yeah, right. But anyway, Swift is a good signing there. You have a great receiver core now, and you also get a really underrated tight end in General Everett, who stats are not do justice how good he really is. I think he is really good. If you look at the plays he make, great slot, great blocking tight end. He'll be a great fit there, and they're just putting him in the position to win, especially with a first round pick. And if Caleb Williams like World Tide, if he can play as good as he's projected to be, this could be a Super Bowl team. And the defense, you re-sign Jalen Johnson, who was a great corner. You keep him, and the defense was pretty decent last season. At least at the end of the season. So I think what they did this season was outstanding in the offseason. What they got and just setting up a position to win for a rookie quarterback. It's just been amazing. So I have them at number 2.
I also have the Bears at my number 2. I want to add on that. The signing for Gerald Everett, great signing to add to the tight end depth piece. I still like Cole Kmet at tight end 1, but Gerald Everett's a main tight end 2. And then to add to that receiving core, especially for a 4th round pick, DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, both coming off Keenan Allen's probably second best season and DJ Moore's best season. That's a nasty receiving duo right there to add to. Those are 2 really good weapons to give Caleb Williams, and then also having DeAndre Swift in the backfield with Khalil Herbert behind him. I think they're setting up Caleb Williams for success, giving him plenty of weapons, and slowly improving the defense as well. So, you also extended Jalen Johnson. Forgot about that.
Yeah. All right, Tristan, who's your number 2?
And it's boring too. I pretty much said I probably was going to say the Bears too. First, they already have DJ Moore, who's an amazing receiver, but then you get Keenan Allen too.
Yeah,
And then you
who had
get DeAndre
1,400 receiving yards, by the way. He's not washed at all. And that was
you already have a good tight end, and then you get another decent tight end as well.
Yeah, it was great.
And then you're going to get Caleb Williams. Even though I don't like the trade they did to get rid of.
No,
Justin
I think
Fields.
I do change my mind. I think it actually was good because think about it.
Yeah.
What has Justin Fields done for that?
Yeah,
team?
that's true.
His potential is good, but like also you have to repay him on like a long-term contract. Or you could get
Was it like a
you could get-
6th
you
round
could get-
pick or something?
you get a
they got
first
rid of?
round. Well, I don't think nobody really wanted to trade that much. That's why he's
I just feel like they could have got
because you can get Caleb Williams for a rookie contract for 4 years rather than re-sign a guy who's.
I'm okay with them trading him, but a 6th round pick, I'm like, damn.
I mean, I think that's because nobody was offering. I mean, that's why it was a trade. I mean,
Yeah, I guess they're
he
just desperate.
nobody wanted him because it was too risky and too much money, and that's why they traded him.
Falcons will get him.
Yeah, Justin Fields. I feel like I was expecting them to get more value out of him. It does make sense. The Steelers. That's the only thing about the Steelers is they got Russell Wilson. They got Justin Fields. Russell Wilson's contract is up. Justin Fields' contract is up, and you obviously want to see how they both play under this deal, under their deals, and see who gets the extension. But that's the only thing that worries me about the Steelers getting Justin Fields long term.
All right, World, who's your number 2?
All right, a little controversial. Gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, I forgot about
I
it.
understand they lost Patrick Queen. I understand they lost
Hold on.
pieces, but they got freaking Derrick Henry. They got Justin Matabuke back. Zay Flowers showed a lot of promise this year. They still look pretty good. So,
Okay.
not saying they're going to be first in the
Look.
AFC again. I don't think they will be, but I still think they got a little bit better. Yeah, they lost a couple pieces, but they got a huge improvement. Like, I'll take Derrick Henry over Gus Edwards any day of the week.
Hold on. Let me talk. Okay.
I agree.
Let's go over a free agency recap with the Ravens. Okay, they lose both their starting guards, both of them being Pro Bowlers, and within Kevin Zeitler, love Kevin Zeitler by the way. They lose their star, amazing Patrick Queen linebacker, not cornerback, linebacker. They lose. They lost their interception leader to a division rival, Geno Stone. They got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's an amazing piece, but they lost more than they gained. I'm sorry, I have to say. Okay,
So they improved it. They
recap. Hold on, let me give a recap. They lost both their guards. They lost their linebacker. They lost their safety. They lost their sorry.
What?
Sorry. They lost. Tyler Huntley. Sorry, I have to move on.
Okay, all right. Well, oh yeah, roll more poor than, but no, they improved as the team, and I think. I mean, I'm not dissing those. I think those guys are good, and that obviously losing those guys are pieces. But to get Derrick Henry and how impactful it's gonna be to this team is gonna be a lot more impactful, especially the playbooks. With Lamar, just think of Lamar and Derrick Henry side by side. That right there, you could do so much more stuff with that than missing 2 offensive linemen or your Geno Stone, who no one knows who the hell that guy was before this season. He might be a one-season wonder. I think they improved a lot because John, you don't understand what the play calls you could do with that.
They lost half their offensive linemen, both of them being Pro Bowlers.
And Derrick Henry and bro, no, I don't want to hear this. It's ridiculous. I never heard that guy in my life. No, Derrick Henry.
He's an O-line man himself.
Patrick. Dude, they still have one of the best teams. They re-signed a Boutke, who was leading in sacks, by the way, I believe. And they had one of the best defenses. Losing Patrick Queen is not going to affect the team at all. They still have a top 3 defense. They have the number 14 dude. They have Humphrey. They have Boutke. They have Roquan Smith. And now they have Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. I think losing Geno Stone, who I never heard in my damn life before this season, and 2 offensive linemen, which you can get you have a first-round pick in the draft, having Derrick Henry is so much more impactful to the team. It would be so much more impactful, especially with the new rules with the no drop hit. So much more impactful when you consider the fact of what play calls you can do, especially the fact that Lamar can run. Imagine the play action plays you can do with that. That is so impactful. I don't think it should be top 3. I don't believe that. But to say that they disapproved that,
I'm sorry. Who's blocking for Derrick Henry? This all pro offensive line.
Zone. The Titans had a terrible offensive line. He still had 2,000 rushing yards.
Cruddy. Lamar equals injury. Injury equals bad offensive line.
Whoa. I don't know you have the gall to say that when Burrow,
I know, and we improved our
60% of his career has been injured.
And we improved our offensive line.
Zone. I bet I can find stats right now that this Ravens offensive lineman is better than Titans offensive lineman, and Derrick Henry almost second in rushing yards this season. So this is not a disprovement at all.
And they have 0 starting offensive guards on the team. All I'm saying, they did not improve.
Yes, they did.
And they should not be in top 3 most improved.
No, there's not be top 3. They're top 10. They're top 5.
No. Oh my gosh.
I think you're just. I think 2 guards or like a Geno Stone, like who the hell is that? Is like you're trying to say that losing these guys are worse than freaking Derrick Henry. You don't understand the impact, especially the fact that Lamar can run, how impactful that is for play calling and just everything overall. I mean, Derrick Henry, which by the way, I mean maybe you're a little bit salty that your bum team took Zach Moss over him, but I don't know. It's just I think what we're gonna see with Derrick Henry, I think he can go over 2,000 rushing yards, especially with the playbook, especially with the new no hip dropping, which is really impactful when you're running one-on-one on each other.
We're gonna tackle him.
Yeah, and who's blocking for all this run game? Just wondering.
Who was on the okay? I'm gonna look at the offensive lineman for the Titans real quick. I'm gonna find some stats to prove you wrong in real time. But as we're doing that, guys, let's go to number 1. Number 1 for me is the Houston Texans.
Yep.
You get. You do lose Greenhead. You lose Greenhead. He was a good defense player, but you get a better defense player in Darnell Hunter. You do lose your first round pick, but that is beyond the point because now you have Stephon Diggs, you have Joe Mixon,
they got
Darnell Hunter, and it was just outstanding what they've done. And they got Joe Mixon pretty cheap, mad. So I think it was great, and I think they could win the Super Bowl this year. So they've got the best offseason, and they should build a statue for DeMarco Murray in Houston right now.
Nico Ryans.
Did you say
DeMarco Murray, Eagles legend? Sorry, I did not mean to say that.
Cowboys old running back.
You mean the Eagles legend right there? No. Yeah, Eagles legend.
But yeah, I think we all have the Texans.
Yeah.
I think they
literally did everything.
If Bears are right here, Texans are right here on most.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Texan. It was just insane the value they got from their.
I already thought they were going to be really good, but then they just went up another level.
Texans just went all in. They went out and got Joe Mixon.
Unlike another Texas team that didn't go all in.
It shows.
Which the fact that the Bengals let them go for so cheap just blows my mind, but it's whatever.
Hold on. We only gave him the 7th round pick because we were releasing him. That's the only reason we did it.
Yeah, but you could have re-signed him on a cheaper deal, though.
Well, he was
okay.
He had we would have had to pay him $16 million this year. So I'm sorry, I would have taken that because
But
he
anyway,
had a cap
they got
on him.
Stephon Diggs, which that remains to be seen. Yeah, he's got bad antics off the field, and he's slowing down a bit, but
He still got
Still
1,000
really good.
receiving
I
yards.
think it'll be exciting to see him and CJ Stroud. I
Yep.
was, saying get CJ Stroud at number 1 and watch what he can do, because look what he did in his rookie year with Nico Collins and Tank Dell. Like, he was making
Well, hold
the
on. Those guys are both.
Those
wide
are
receiver
good.
ones.
No, I'm not saying they're bad or anything. Like, I think they're solid receivers. They're just like, they're not on the level of like Tyreek Hill or anything like that, is all I'm saying.
Nico Collins
Yeah.
would have a breakout year though.
Okay, Titans had allowed 64 sacks in 2023, and the Ravens allowed, let me find them, 41. So 20 less sacks. So you're telling me losing 2 offensive linemen is going to allow 20 more sacks?
What's
Yes,
tackles
I
for
understand they
loss?
traded their right tackle to the Jets. I get that.
What zone?
What's their tackles for loss?
Tackles for
Ravens.
loss. I'll have to look at that.
That's,
All I'm
that's the
saying,
most important stat of all.
but I'll find it. I'll find it because I'm sure I'll prove
Find
you wrong
it
again.
right now, motherfucker. I will
But
say.
the fact is that he ran for
Hold on. I want to say this about the Texans real quickly. It's crazy when you think about it, how quickly, once you get a quarterback, once you get a good quarterback like CJ Stroud, a franchise quarterback, it just shows how quickly your entire team will go all in. Like, I guarantee you, if CJ Stroud ended up being a bust, there's no way the Texans would have gone out and gotten Diggs and Hunter and Mason. There's no way they would have done all that. So that just shows what a franchise quarterback like CJ Stroud or any franchise quarterback can do for an organization.
Yeah, I think that he will be MVP this season. I think he proved it. This season I think he had the second best rookie year of all time. I still think Justin Herbert had the best rookie quarterback year of all time. But yeah, he just looked amazing, and I am really excited for him next year. I think
Herbert threw like 5,000 yards his rookie year, didn't he?
Yeah, Herbert 35 touchdowns, like 10 interceptions. And they actually both played 15 games. So, but yeah, I think he did throw I think CJ Stroud threw like only 4 interceptions this season and like 27 touchdowns. So he looked really good. So yeah, I cannot find these stats of the tackle for loss.
Here, we can maybe have a whole debate on this next go bill. Just saying.
Okay, well, speaking of debates,
Oh boy.
you remember what we're supposed to do?
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I'm confused. What's going on?
What happened?
Tyler Boyd versus Darius Slayton. Who's better? Here's the thing. Statistically, I agree. Darius Slayton's better. I agree. But when you look at it, Darius Slayton is wide receiver 1. Okay. Tyler Boyd, if you know what a slot receiver is, he's a slot receiver running short routes. Okay. And over time, Tyler Boyd, if he was wide receiver 2, if he was wide receiver 1, he'd be doing better than Darius Slayton. That's all I'm saying. But I have nothing to back that up as. I agree.
Yes. Okay. Let me go real quick.
But that's the entire debate. That was my.
Okay. I got it. Let me just give my side of the debate real quick.
Okay.
So first off, I'll respond to what he said after that, but I want to just pin down on what he said of how the stats are better, because it is not just better; they're way better. He has 20 less targets and I think like 700 more, not 700 more. I'll have to look at it again, but he has 2 more receiving touchdowns, more receiving yards, more yards after reception, with 20 less targets, by the way. And I know you say he's a slot receiver. What's the main purpose for a slot receiver? First downs. He has 4 more first downs than.
No, the main purpose for a slot receiver is being the backup option for the quarterback. I know.
No, it's to run slots and gets the rough yards in the middle of the field for first downs mainly, and that's actually the reason why they put in the playbooks for first downs slot or red zone. And he is not a red zone slot receiver because he only has 2 touchdowns, and he is not a first down slot receiver. So Slayton does his job better than him, and he's not even a slot receiver. And give me that. Can we get him? He has Joe Burrow, and he has who? Who does Darius Slayton have? Let's see here: Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, and Tommy DeVito.
Quickly, let's look at this. Okay, what routes is Tyler Boyd running, and what routes is Darius Slayton.
Okay,
And
okay,
then
that
let's look at
zone
this.
that is
And then let's
completely
look at this.
irrelevant. Okay, I got all right.
Tyler Boyd has a top 3 wide receiver ahead of him and a top 15 wide receiver ahead of him.
Okay, so you're saying that he is a better receiver because he is in a worse because wait, no. You're saying that he's a better receiver because the position he's in holds him back. Well, that should prove more that he's a better receiver because I'd rather have the more impactful receiver. And the bottom line is Slayton is way more impactful to the game. And I don't want to hit position because he has 20 less target zone. And
Tyler Boyd will be more impactful.
And how do you prove that besides absolute pure bias? Because he's 30 years old, wide receiver 3. He's 30 years old and a wide receiver 3. And
that's literally the first sentence that came out of my mouth. I have
okay, so you think he'll be better, and do you have any stats to back that up?
Cruddy, my entire thing, what I said.
Your entire argument is based off bias, and mine's based off facts.
No.
Got it.
No,
I got.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Cruddy, the first sentence that came out of my mouth was Tyler Boyd. I think that Tyler Boyd will be more impactful if he was a wide receiver 1 or 2 than Darius Slayton. And I said I have no stats to back that up, but that's just my belief. Okay.
And why do you believe that? Can I ask why do you believe that?
Look at the plays he makes.
I do. They're trash. He's 30 years old. No, this
Okay,
is ridiculous.
all right.
Look at the plays that Slayton makes. All right, and believe me wrong. Is slot receiver also really important for yards after reception? Because what you're supposed to get is get the slot, get to the edge, and move up. He averages 15 yards after reception. Darius Slayton averages 15 yards after reception. And Slayton actually does play slot. Slayton does play slot.
Look at Tyler Boyd's catch against the Vikings. Explosiveness. He has explosiveness.
Slayton had an 80-yard touchdown. 80-yard touchdown. And that's way more explosive than he asked me.
Tyler Boyd had an 80-yard touchdown like a year ago. So
yeah, like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And was that with Joe Burrow and he had Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor and
what wide receiver was Darius Slayton? He was the number 1 target.
Yeah, so okay, I got it. So he's a wide receiver 3, so he gets less game time, but he has 20 more targets and 100 less receiving yards. 20 more targets and 100 less receiving yards, less first downs, double the less touchdowns. There is no debate, no route you can go down to say that he's better. And the fact you say, oh, he's a slot receiver, he's a wide receiver 3, that does not change.
Curdy, you're making your own argument. You have to understand that. You're making your own argument.
Zone, because you're saying he would be a better receiver if he was wide receiver 1, but there's no reason to prove that because if he was wide receiver 1.
That's exactly what I said in the first sentence. I said there's nothing to prove that. I just think.
But you're so okay. I got it. So you're saying I'm
okay,
right. You're
okay,
wrong.
Okay, yeah.
I got it. You're
making your own argument. I got it. You're making your own argument.
So you don't want to debate. You just want to back out of it and say, oh, but I just personally believe because I'm biased.
Go look at my first text that I said that Tyler Boyd was. I didn't say Tyler Boyd was way better. I didn't say Tyler Boyd was better overall. I said that he'd be more impactful on the Giants as a wide receiver 1 as Darius Slayton.
No, that's not true because Slayton, if you actually watch he does play slot and he does play in. He was actually positioned as a wide receiver 2. We had actually wide receiver. He was actually positioned as a wide receiver 3 one game because we had Wan'Dale Robinson and Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt would run deep. Wan'Dale Robinson would run the medium routes and he would play slot. And that's why he has more first downs than him. And he actually was really good as a slot receiver. But he also can play out where he can run 80 yards down the field. He had 4 touchdowns. He is a great receiver. And he also, one of the most important things for a slot receiver is yards after reception. And he averages 15 more yards after receptions with less opportunities to prove it because he had 20 more targets and more receptions. And he still averages less yards after reception.
By the way,
he can run more. He's better. And he has more touchdowns, more yards, more explosive, and an overall better receiver. And you have no stats to prove it. And the only thing you really say is because I personally believe if he was a wide receiver 1, that you personally believe because you're a Bengals fan.
No. Hold on. We need to go back to where this argument first started. I told you that Tyler.
Is he even going to be a Bengal anymore? He's a free agent.
No, he's not going to be there.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Okay, here's how this entire argument started. All right, Tyler Boyd. If he signed with the Giants today, he would be wide receiver 1, is what I said, and I have no sense to do that.
But he's just.
I said that from the start.
You said he's a slot receiver. How can a slot receiver be a wide receiver 1?
Shut up for 1 minute, okay? For 1 second, quit yapping, okay? Hold on. I have no stats to prove that. I said that in the argument. I said that in the first thing I said, but, And Crowdy, you're making your own argument out of it and saying that I'm coping out of an argument where I literally didn't start the argument. You're the one that coped your mind into making that argument. And the entire thing, Crowdy, you know this, the entire thing was started when I said Tyler Boyd, if he signed with the Giants, which I hope he does, so then I can show you.
No, he wants way too much money. Way too much money. I would not. He would not even be a wide receiver. He'd probably be a wide receiver 4 in our team. But no, let me say something.
Do you actually believe that?
Listen, I had not seen nothing from him to give me any reason to think not that, because our wide receiver 3 had better yards than him. You know that?
Cruddy. Look at the past 2 years. He had a down year this year. I agree.
Yeah, because he doesn't have Joe Burrow throwing the ball. That's why he had a down year.
No, look what
See what happens when a bad quarterback throws to him. He has a down year because he's riding out Burrow's coattail because he's almost 30 years old.
Cruddy, look what.
And by the way, you think Jake Browning by the way, you think Jake Browning's better than Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor.
But you think Tommy DeVito is better than Tyrod Taylor, so you can't.
Okay, well then by your logic, you should think that he's better because he had a better quarterback throwing. He had worse quarterbacks throwing to him.
I'm going back to the 2020 season where Joe Burrow got hurt.
That's
Brandon Allen was throwing to him. And
Cardi's flipping out.
That's 4 years ago. It's 4 years ago, dude. 4
years
freaking years ago.
Do you know how long it's been since your team has been to the?
See. This is what we got to. This is what happens.
Here we go.
This is what happens. This is what happens. All right. Just tell me right now. So what you're saying is you have no facts to prove that you're right.
No,
you just
you can't put that. You can't say that. What I said from the very start. You've made your own little argument that I haven't said anything about. All I said is that I have no stats to prove it, but I think Tyler Boyd would be a wide receiver 1 on the Giants.
But okay, I just don't understand how a slot receiver could be a wide receiver 1. That makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Just wait.
What do you mean just wait? You're just saying things. You don't even believe what you say. You're just defending your washed 30-year-old wide receiver 3 for no reason, and it's clearly biased because I'm showing you facts. And you're saying I personally believe, and the reason you personally believe is from 4 years ago.
Here's the thing. The first sentence that came out of my mouth when I started this argument is I personally believe. You've made your
exactly.
own
So this is a subjective debate, and it's absolutely ridiculous.
You've made your own little argument to cope to.
No, I'm not coping, and I am owning you because I'm showing you facts. You're showing me feelings.
No. Here's the thing. All I said was statistically no, but Tyler Boyd, wide receiver, he would be a wide receiver.
Okay, all right. No, and I got it. You're saying I'm right. You're wrong. I got it.
No. You've made your own little argument to cope yourself out. Okay.
It's not a cope. It's facts, Zone. I'm showing you facts. You're telling me feelings. You're telling me your feelings.
I didn't ask you who had better stats, Tyler Boyd or Darius Slayton. I never once asked that.
Stats show what you do.
I told you that Tyler Boyd would be a more impactful player than Darius Slayton.
And where's your proof for that? Your feelings. Your proof is your opinion is based off your feelings, Zone.
Tyler Boyd is made. Look at the plays Darius Slayton.
That's 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago with Joe Burrow. Slayton was putting up with the exact same stats with Daniel Jones. You're talking about years ago. I'm talking about now. And you're telling me your whole argument is based off your feelings and because you like him. Because he was your guy back in Andy Dalton days. That's it. I'm telling you facts. So the fact that you think that I'm coping out of this argument is ridiculous.
Here's the thing. I never asked for your freaking facts. You're low body because you have nothing to do all day. You look at freaking stats. It's the most sad thing I've ever seen. And you watch crappy Odell highlights. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Better than AJ Green ever was.
By the way. All I'm saying, to end the debate, statistically, Darius Slayton's better. I agree with that.
And objectively, he's better. And
objectively, yes. I agree.
Yeah,
I have agreed. I never said he wasn't better. I said that Tyler Boyd, if he goes to the Giants, he would be a wide receiver.
Here's the thing, Zone. You still have not answered why you believe that. Because you have to believe it. You have to believe it for a reason.
Look at the routes. Look at the plays.
I have seen the routes. He had 20 more receptions. He averages less yards after a catch. He has less first downs. Like, what are you talking about?
What's on the board highlights or something?
No, there is no highlights for him. He was terrible this season.
World. Who do you rather have as your wide receiver 1, Tyler Boyd or Darius Slayton?
See, now you're going to World. World is the most idiot guy. He does not know anything about sports. He does not know anything. He is actually so dumb.
I don't even know I don't even know
World-
who I would take, to be honest, because like both of them are better than any of the receivers on my team. As much as I
Here's the
love
thing.
Kendrick Bourne,
Here's the
but
thing. World just said that he would take. World just said that. Okay, you can't ask World for sports stick. He just said he would turn down a trade for Justin Jefferson and 2 first-round picks. So I don't want to hear about his first, not his
So
takes.
what was the trade? What was the trade?
World said that he would not, as a Patriots, he would not trade his first-round pick for the Vikings for Justin Jefferson and 2 first-round picks. He would not take that.
Come on,
So
bro.
he's just the all-know sports
that'd be
analyst.
the worst trade in NFL history.
It's Justin Jefferson.
Tristan, who's throwing him
Okay,
the ball?
never mind. I'm sorry.
Who
I'm
is
sorry.
Drake
I'm sorry
May
for-
throwing
I'm sorry
to?
for asking
Who
about
is Drake
that.
May throwing to? World.
Here.
All right. Anyway,
Who's getting Justin Jefferson the ball?
who is Drake May throwing to?
Your mom.
No, like that.
Back to middle school
But
insult.
it's kind
because
of
that's
hard.
being
It's
human.
kind of hard to like pick between Tyler Boyd and Darius Slayton.
But yeah, one last thing I'll say about the Darius Slayton thing. One last thing. Zone, you said look at his plays, and the bottom line is the plays are better. He averages more yards after a catch, more first downs, more receiving yards, more touchdowns, and that's all with
I said,
20
look at the
less
plays.
targets.
I said, look at the plays, not the stats.
You want me to show you some Darius Slayton stats? Darius Slayton highlights. He was amazing, especially when he missed a lot of games this season. He missed a couple games. He was amazing. Look at the Eagles game. Look at the Commanders
Oh
game.
my gosh. For some reason, and I can't believe I'm saying this, I want Tyler Boyd to go to the Giants.
I do not want a washed 30-year-old wide receiver
I want him
3
to go to the
on my
Giants
team.
to be a wide
He is
receiver.
30 years old. He sucks, and he's a decent slot receiver at best. And he wants so much money, saying, "I don't want to go to Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't want to give me the money." Who the hell think they want you? No, I think
he
you.
never said that. You're talking out of your mouth.
Yeah, because he says he wants so much money when he's
How
a
much
wide
money does
receiver.
he want?
Talking out of your ass again. He never said any of that.
I can show you the article right now where he says he
Put it up.
I'll pull it up right now. Let me go to
Pull up the
NFL
article
Prime.
where he said Steelers aren't giving me enough money, or whatever you said.
He said something like that.
Yeah, no. I saw that they fell out of agreements. I saw that, but he's not that disrespectful to say Steelers aren't giving me enough money. I want a bunch of money. Like he doesn't say.
He does.
Nobody-
Why is he
nobody
not signed
talking.
yet then? Why is he not signed?
He's gonna wait until after the draft to sign. Is my guess.
Okay, here it is. So he said here. Oh shoot. Okay. Here it is. So he said the Steelers have reportedly held discussions with former
Yes,
Bengals receiver Tyler Boyd. A team source told me that Boyd's demands for guarantee money were deemed exclusive as Pittsburgh will move towards getting ready for the draft. So he demands guarantee money.
Yeah, every player demands guaranteed money. Correct? What a terrible-
Well, most time the players are not wide receiver free and 30 years old and washed. I don't think did he ever go over 1,000 receiving yards in his career?
Yes, he has.
I don't know. Ask Siri.
I'll see.
I'm pretty sure he has.
I don't know. He had
It would have been when AJ Green was. It was him and AJ Green before he was wide receiver 3.
he was drafted 2016.
Yeah.
He's had two 1,000 receiver yard seasons.
Let's see here. So yeah, he had 1,000 receiving yards in 2018 and 1,000 receiving yards in 2019.
Both when he was wide receiver 2, by the way.
And his last 4 seasons, he hasn't had over 800.
Wide receiver 3.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, well, that ends that. Zone, I got it. You must really like him, and you have to give up.
No, I understand you.
No, I'm sorry, Zone. You cannot lie that this take is mainly based off by. If I told you this about, let's say, let me think of what's a washed receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. Let's say I was trying to argue that Darius Slayton is better than Odell Beckham Jr. Right?
Mhm.
And then and I pull up all those stats. Let's say the stats are identical from Tyler Boyd's Odell Beckham Jr. to Darius Slayton. I was saying all this stuff with 20 less targets, more receiving yards, more receiving touchdowns, more first downs, more yards after receptions, all this stuff. And you would say, nope, he's better.
No, if I really thought Odell was more impactful, but sadly Odell is a washed, old, crappy,
You know,
overrated wide receiver.
I mean, yeah, he had 100 receiving yards against the Bengals.
Yeah, because we
That's
have a
embarrassing.
freaking corner 6 on him because
Exactly,
we had a double team.
exactly.
They're good.
Exactly.
Because he's so
Your
freaking
secondary
bad.
sucks. You guys got cooked by a 30-year-old with no ACL, Odell Beckham Jr. Embarrassing. But
Is that
anyway,
like the only 100-yard game he had this season, or he had like another one?
well, again, 100 receiving yards is pretty impressive. Most receivers don't do that at all. But that was his only 100 receiving yards. But this season. But yeah, Zone. You know that your opinion is based off biasness, and you can show me what Tyler Boyd did, and I'm fine if it's based off biasness. I understand that, but at some point it seems ridiculous when Darius Slayton is a more younger, improved receiver, and he's been doing this for a long time, and he's been positioned as a slot receiver.
The younger argument, I can completely agree. I agree with that. But
So
if you
there's
want
just
to
no reason why he would
but
be a
if you
wide
want-
receiver one on our team.
I know there's no stats, and I've said this from the beginning. If you want an impactful a more impactful receiver for this season as wide receiver one, I'm sorry, I'm taking Boyd over Slayton.
But he has 15 yards after receptions. He averages 10 with 20 with like 60 more 20 more 30 more receptions.
15 more yards after catch exactly proves my exact point.
Yeah, and he also has 3 more first downs. I don't know. And 2 more touchdowns, 100 more receiving yards, 20 less targets. I must be missing something. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing it. But anyway, and that was with 3 different starting quarterbacks throwing the ball, by the way. Okay, but let's move on with this debate because it's not going nowhere. You just won't accept it, and it's fine. But what are we talking about? Oh yeah, so next sports field we will do a mock draft because we are 2 weeks away from the draft. We're gonna do a mock draft for all of us. It'll be a 2-round mock draft. We'll all have our own because I know it's gonna get really hectic, especially if World. He is just. But anyway,
No, this is gonna be World's mock draft. The Bears are gonna select Drake May. The Commanders are gonna take Jaden Daniels, and the Patriots are gonna get Caleb Williams. Right? Well,
Spencer Rattler, you mean?
Hell no.
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer
No,
Rattler.
Sam Hartman.
That's
They're
his
gonna get
legend.
Sam Hartman.
World, weren't you the one putting Caleb Williams as your profile picture for like 2 weeks straight?
Yeah, because that's when we had a chance to get the first overall pick.
Would you take him over Jaden Daniels?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. I mean, he would be a perfect fit in New England. He's just perfect fit. He just fits the man.
He'd be a good fit with the Giants too, with all the Gale.
I would rather take McCarthy.
He fit the G-Men philosophy there.
No, I would rather have JJ McCarthy than Caleb Williams. Sorry, but anyway, well, that is sports for everyone. Should we look at? Well, let's look at the NBA standings real quick before we go because NBA season is almost over. Timberwolves did lose to the Suns again. Somehow we just can't beat them. We only scored 80 points on them. But yeah. Besides that, we were playing really good before then. We are still in it. But here's the East Conference. Celtics already locked in number 1. Because wait till the playoffs, buddy. The Bucks, Cavaliers, Magic, Knicks, Pacers, Heat, Sixers, Bulls, Hawks, and these 2 are playing. All the other guys, Nets, Raptors, they're not making it in. And then the West, another one. Well, we were number 1 before this live stream start, but we will get back soon. But we are locked in to be the North 3. So is the
Mavericks
Thunder.
coming for that 1 spot, buddy.
Who?
The Mavericks.
We're locked in number 3. That's impossible.
Fear the Maverick. Fear the MVP, Luka Doncic.
That's impossible. But okay, yeah, Clippers, Mavericks. I think we beat them like by 20, 30 points this season. The Suns, the Pacers, Lakers, Kings, and the Warriors. Don't worry, Rockets are still making an end zone. Don't worry about it.
Bro, what the frick? We just beat their ass.
They're like 4 games behind.
Yeah, they just gotta win the next 4, and Warriors lose their next 4.
Man, poor Rockets, man. Terry Eason was getting roasted for the shirt he was wearing.
Like that, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is embarrassing that they
I'm
did
sorry,
that. Is
I'm sorry, I'm
embarrassing.
sorry.
Warriors come out to play. Well, they came out and they played.
You can't wear that shirt while you're sitting on the bench.
They lost by 30, by the way.
It's like the Niners. It's like George Kittle wearing the Cowboy Sucks jersey, and then they
Okay,
go.
but they put him on the leash and walked him like a dog that game. So.
Yeah, then they went on a 3-game losing streak after
No,
that.
it said F. It said fuck Dallas on it.
Yeah, but weren't they in the Super Bowl though?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, do you think that the Rockets will make it to the finals? Oof.
No, absolutely not.
Unless James Harden just returns. But
He
Yeah,
wanted to
that's-
go back to Houston, but Ime Udoka didn't want him.
and yeah, Harden's kind of washed anyway. But thanks for watching this video.
No. He is good defense against Kawhi. Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I
Choke
know.
block
I
Kawhi.
know. I know. I saw him jump up. I saw that. That was weird. But anyway, thanks for watching this video, everyone. We'll see you guys next week. No Justin Simmons, by the way. We'll see what happens with him. I think he just wants a lot of money, but considering the fact he's
All those
30,
guys, if I were to guess, as of right now, Xavier Howard, Tyler Boyd, Justin Simmons, I think they'll all wait for after the draft just to see how.
Justin Simmons 31 years old, but I think that he wants a lot because Xavier McKinney got 17 million, so that's really weird. So I mean, maybe he wants 20, but I don't think I think he should get 16. I think he should get less than Xavier McKinney because he's just older. Like he's 31, I believe. So, but anyway, the Giants re-signed Isaiah Simmons. I like to see that. He might be made a linebacker, but yeah, it was good re-signing for us. He was really good. Had a pick 6 against the Commanders, which I know, whatever, but still. But yeah, that'll wrap this video, everyone. We'll see you guys next week. Always remember, keep grabbing those balls. Peace out.